How you doing?
John was telling us advice he got from the Bulldogs to leave now. Shout out to anybody
So no, yeah, definitely got a couple texts from them guys before we got out here just saying, yeah, enjoy the process, enjoy the moment, and then come out here and show the world kind of what the dogs do when they get this opportunity. Just being able to come out here and compete, do every drill, kind of show them what they want to see.
Tykee, one head coach being on that really knows the hard defensive backs is Todd Bowles. How good the playing for his, especially since he came from the Suns.
Definitely would be amazing. I think the interview I had with them went amazing. So definitely would be a pleasure to play for them and being able to play for Tampa Bay.
Is that a formal or informal?
Formal.
Tykee, there's a lot of former Bulldogs on the Eagles. Have you spoken to them, and what kinds of advice have they given you about making the transition to the NFL?
Have I spoken with the former players or the Eagles?
Former Bulldogs who now play for the Eagles.
So when I go back home, I kind of link up with some of them guys, with them being out there now and me showing them around. Like I said, last year when Nolan first got drafted there, I ended up going home and maybe being able to go. So we decided to go grab something to eat together, kind of show them around the city.
Where'd you take him?
We went to a spot on South Street called Ishkabibba's to get him a cheesesteak, but him not being from Philly, he already in Philly and asked for a Philly cheesesteak. I said, Nolan, you don't got to do that anymore. Just say you want a cheesesteak because you in Philly already.
You gave them cheesesteak wisdom, but what wisdom did they share with you about making the transition to the NFL?
So the biggest with them, they was just saying being able to come in and be willing to learn, be a sponge, kind of soak everything in and take everything day by day and be where your feet are. So kind of the same momentum we had at Georgia.
Have you been able to meet with the Eagles formally here at the Combine?
No, but I met with them, but not formally.
Tykee, in what ways have you gotten better being coached by Kirby Smart and the other coaches there, and in what ways can you still grow?
So them just put me in different positions to show my versatility. So and then ways I grow better, just still be willing to learn and be willing to improve my game at each level.
What has the experience of the week been like for you so far? I know it's very early, but just kind of taking it all in, especially alongside some of your Georgia teammates.
So yeah, the experience definitely been a blessing. Just knowing you dreamed of this moment since you first started playing the game of football, falling in love with the game of football. So just taking it all in and taking it day by day. So definitely enjoying the process.
What's one thing that you want to make sure teams know about you?
I think I want to let teams know that. Once they cut the film, they're going to see that I'm a dog, but being able to show I could play different positions, if that's playing slot or playing high safety, and then basically showing them I can run faster than they think. So yeah, definitely had some good battles with Darnell Washington with my time during my time at Georgia when he was there. So definitely with being able to bat it out. So I think we had a good tight end group the years I was there. So being able to compete with them kind of made it easier on the weekends when we had games on Saturdays. So yeah, we still keep in touch. So me, Javon Bullard, Kamari Lassiter, we all in a group chat just was talking about this process, what to expect from this process, and him giving us tips on how he handled it. So it definitely would be a blessing to get a chance to team back up with Tykee Smith. I had a meeting with the Steelers. No, not for him.
How's it been being up here with, surrounded by teammates, and how has that been helping you out throughout this entire process?
So it definitely been helpful, just us all getting an opportunity to go through this process together, and then just being there for each other, supporting each other. So with me, Javon Bullard, and Kamari Lassiter being here, we kind of formed that bond because we all came in at the same time in that 2021 year. So us kind of formed that bond, then being able to go through this process all together, and being at Georgia the last 3 years kind of made our bond stronger. So I'm glad to see them guys and see them handle business.
What's one game from your college tape
Look at the past couple games from October that we played this past season. We played Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss. Go check out some of them games.
Is there a reason why? Is there something specific in the tape there?
Yeah, you'll see 23 jump off the screen a couple times.
Have you met with the Raiders?
No. I don't even know yet. I gotta check my schedule for later on.
Tykee, Bell's worked behind you, I guess, in practice. How is he progressing, the ability to take over that spot?
Definitely progressed coming along. So he early in the role last season. So, but just being a freshman at Georgia, learning that defense can be a lot sometimes. So, real proud for the progress. He gonna make an opportunity. He gonna have this spring to kind of show that he that guy. So I can't wait to see that. So I'll be back at Georgia after all this to kind of watch their spring practices and still help him from the sideline.
Javon said right before the season, Georgia's not going anywhere. The dynasty is going to continue. What are your thoughts on Georgia continuing their success?
So everybody bought into the program. So no matter who going or who leaving, who declared for the draft, they still gonna do what they do. Coach Smart gonna still put them in the best position for everybody to be successful. So the dynasty ain't going nowhere.
The way that you said that is for a guy that's just they're really impressive. What do you think that speaks to, like your physicality, your ability to play in the box?
My biggest mindset with that is don't get fooled by the size, cause and then just willingness, being a dog out there and playing with that chip on my shoulder. So where I'm come from, you gotta be tough to survive. So my pride to be to let somebody try to come out there and overpower me.
You had a lot of really impressive plays. You played like trial technique too. Can you tell me about like
So depending on the coverage and I being a trail technique and being able to, so if they throw a deep pass, you kind of want the ball elevated to let the safety make a play. Some of the plays I was trailing, they was throwing undercut balls, so that was an opportunity for me to get my head around to make a play on the ball. So
I know you had an interception.
A couple games. That's Vanderbilt. Yeah. So we was in a trail. I was in a trail technique with safeties high.
Tykee, you seem pretty loose here. I know at Georgia, you seem like you chose your words carefully. It looks like you let your hair down a little bit. It's a pretty relaxed environment.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And as far as answering questions now versus then, I mean, is it a little bit easier? Maybe not having to represent such a big institution and just kind of be yourself.
It ain't no difference. So at Georgia in the interviews, you still allowed to be yourself. It's just about how you handle it and how you approach it.
Props for the bling, but I don't know that guy next to you here. He's got. You see what he's rocking over there?
His pieces.
Yeah.
So his pieces. So we kind of already knew who each other was from Instagram, and then him also being a top prospect in his draft. So hearing him speak about his pieces yesterday was he got his grandmama and his dad on his chain. So that's kind of his why and who he carry around with him every day.
I mean, what do you do with that if you're not number 23 in the NFL?
He said, "What do I do with it?"
Yeah,
I still keep it bands though. I wore this number when I first started playing Little League, and then I wore it my sophomore year of high school, and then decided to go back to it my college career. So it's still with me, son to me, and still be a part of me.
Is there a story behind the number? I mean, is it talk about your daughter?
So the process, my daughter, it don't change. Like just me still trying to be in position to make sure I'm able to feed my daughter, like I told y'all before. So definitely the motivation, knowing I got son that's back at home depending on me and being able to put food on her plate. So definitely made me see life different, and definitely blessed and grateful for her to come in my life.
Why 23?
23, just because I got this number when I was younger, and then it just carried on.
Stuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tykee, I know Kamari's got a change. Javon, we saw him flashing the jewelry. Who's got better overall style and better jewelry?
So we all got different swags on where we from. So I'm from Philadelphia. They from Georgia. So Philly people and Georgia people dress totally different. So what they think is swag, I might not think is swag. What I think is swag, they might not think is swag. But jewelry, I think I definitely got the best jewelry. Just y'all see what's going on.
Who's got the best shoe game?
Who got the best shoe game? And we all got a couple different pair of shoes, but I'm going with me. Like you just gotta see.
Vince has got pretty good shoe game.
Oh no, yeah, I was talking about out of us three, but yeah, man, he got the best shoe game. But I'm saying out of the three DBs that's here is me, but Amarius Man's definitely got the best shoe game. Just I went to his house one time, he had a whole another room filled with all these shoes lined up. So
I always heard that Philly was tough. The city that booed Santa Claus. Was it tough growing up there?
No, definitely tough growing up. So I'm definitely blessed for the opportunity to make it out and being able to change my family life and get them out of Philadelphia.
You figure you survive that, you can survive anything?
No, for sure, definitely. And then just having a certain approach, kind of maturing fast and growing up fast there and knowing how to handle yourself in certain situations or adapting to certain environments.
What does it Senior Bowl do for you, Tykee? What were you able to show there?
Just another chance to go out there and represent. Like I said before, being able to represent Georgia one last time, and then being able to go out there and compete and show scouts that I could play high safety that was needed. Being as though I showed a little bit of that at Georgia, so Georgia used me as like a lurking safety. I ran like the alley and stuff at safety. Sometimes I had a half. So just being able to go out there that whole week and show them I could play high safety at a consistent level and a different type defense that wasn't Georgia defense. Favorite go-to pregame song? I'm going with any Rod Wave song. So I'll probably say Rod Wave, No Deal. So I think this upcoming year, Rod Wave dropped a new album. So I'm gonna go that Rod Wave. It's called Long Journey.
NFL player, past or present?
I'm a Tyrann Matthews for president, then pass. I like Ed Reed.
Tykee, when you got to Georgia, you were talking about how you had to adjust to Kirby on the microphone. What do you remember about the shock value of playing for a coach like that calls everybody? Called you out a few times.
So yeah, like one of them fall came. I think when I first got there last year, y'all heard him call my name on the mic. So me just trying to get back in shape, get used to that Georgia heat. So y'all heard him snapping on me about running off the field or something like that, because we're struggling with the heat at first, so being able to adapt to that environment. But Coach Smart on the mic, I think that definitely bring the energy for the practice and get the practice going. So him not knowing that he getting the energy going, so everybody feed off that energy when he on the mic and being able to make jokes on somebody or get on somebody, so that kind of get the practice going.
It became fun.
Yeah, it became fun. So like in the moment it might not seem fun, but when we go back to the locker room, we all just laugh and we might repeat some of the stuff that he was saying on the mic. So if y'all ever been to a practice or got to see a practice, y'all know how he get on the mic.
Everyone talks about how Georgia can physically develop players for the next level, but how did Georgia develop you mentally to play the next level?
So yeah, I think Georgia developed me mentally, just showing me all the stuff outside of football. I think I was a real good football player once I transferred in. So them being able to show me like the mental side of how to handle the meetings, the long meetings that we do, the walkthroughs, all the stuff outside of football, and then being able to handle yourself like a young man, and then them helping me become the best version of myself.
Pete, back to Kirby a little bit on the mic. I've heard some of the guys, specifically Taylor, which you mentioned a while back, that you kind of have to tune it out at some point. Do you get to a point where it's like you build a thick skin and Kirby's words don't cut as deep anymore?
So yeah, definitely. I think when I first got there, I never experienced that. So this past season, been there last 3 years. So I mean, I was able to handle and being able to carry myself. So not really listening to the tone, but listening to the message. So yeah, just being able to get take information from all them guys on how to handle their experience and being able to go about my experience or implement whatever they did into what I'm trying to do, and yeah, just learning from what they went through and their experience and being able to take it into my experience and go from there. So knowing the in and outs of what happened at the combine or how they handle stuff after the combine.
When did you get an idea about Brock Bowers? Did you have a good Brock Bowers story when you first matched up with him or realized how good this guy might be in practice?
So yeah, I got to see more. So when I first transferred in, Darnell was still healthy. We had John Fitzpatrick, Brock Bowers. So that tight end group could go my first year there. And then Darnell went down with the injury, and then Brock kind of emerged into his own player. But hearing stories about Brock like that whole spring of him just winning every sprint rep and the way he was working, so I kind of knew it was gonna come on eventually. Then he got the opportunity to play like I think UAB. That 2021 season didn't went off from there. So he made a couple good plays. That Clemson game, we played Clemson in 2021, made a couple good catches for us to extend drives and stuff like that. So then after that, y'all saw the rest. The rest was history.
Practice, I imagine sometimes you were matched up with him, right?
So yeah, definitely good battle. Sometimes he'd get me. Sometimes I won the best of those battles. So definitely it made it easier for Saturdays. And then some of the stuff he'd do on Saturdays, I'll look at Coach Smart or Coach Muschamp and Coach Schumann, and I'm like, yo, I'm glad we don't got to coach against that on Saturday or play against that on Saturday. So
he works out when you work out tomorrow. How's it going to go for him?
You said he going to be athletically?
Yeah, how's it going to go?
You ain't watch the film? You don't see the stuff he's doing on film and him breaking away from people? So I mean, I ain't throwing out no numbers for him. I ain't throwing out no numbers for another guy, but I think he's going to test pretty well, and everybody kind of expect that, and we're going to see.
Tykee, what are you going to miss the most about?
What
are you going to miss the most about attending and playing football at UGA?
So the thing I miss the most definitely games between the hedges, and then the teammates. So it's crazy. This morning, me and Javon Buller just was, cause that's my roommate out here. So we just was talking about like, damn, we missed Georgia already. But when we there, you like, damn, I can't wait to get to the next level. And then once you kind of going through this process of the next level, you're like, damn, I miss Georgia. So and then also just like the skull session, being able to learn everybody wow, and kind of that connection that we had with that team. You feel me? So on that level, it's more of a personal bond level, and then at the next level, it's more of like a job. So definitely that part of it.
When you talk to NFL teams, how do you describe how you play?
So I mean, I ain't got to describe much. Being with them, being able to cut the tape on. So me just giving them some clue how I play, just playing bigger than my size and being a dog out there.
What translates? What part of your game best translates?
Just me being able to tackle, set edges, and me being able to play multiple positions. It doesn't need me to play high, come down. Also, I played dime linebacker at Georgia on some third and long packages. So yeah, then me being able to help the team the best way as possible.
Can you talk about McConkey's kind of had a coming out party per se, especially with the Senior Bowl getting a lot more attention. But a lot of the guys say, that's what he does every single day.
Yeah, definitely. So I wasn't shocked. I kind of already knew what type of guy Ladd was, and when he got on that Senior Bowl platform, what he was going to do and what he was capable of. So I could have, if y'all had asked me that 2 weeks ago, I would have said the same thing, that he was going to be the top guy there, and just being able to see what he do every day at practice. So we didn't get to see that much this season with him dealing with what he was dealing with. But I think if he was to go 100%, yeah, we'd be able to see more of that this season. He would have went way crazier than what he did when he was out there.
When did you start to feel comfortable with your game at Georgia? You had the injury that sidetracked you early on.
So yeah, like I said, remember I transferred that 2021 season, dealt with some injuries. 2022 wasn't originally, I don't think I was ready in the beginning of the season. So trying to play myself back into shape and then play myself back into getting comfortable, not fully trusting my knee at that time. So then, like I said, dedicating that 2023 all season to become the best version of myself, making sure I'm in the best shape of my life. And then good all season led into good spring ball, then carried over to the summertime, and then went into fall camp, and then being able to show the fans and show my family that still believed in me, that I'm still the same player that I was when I transferred, and being able to have the opportunity that Coach Martin gave me to be that guy and then live up to the expectation.
So maybe last spring was when you really were feeling 100?
Yeah, last spring, that's when I started feeling my best, and then it was able to show that every Saturday this past season.
All right, thanks, Tykee. If you want to grab your name.